Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest. We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it? He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
Yo, what up? Talk to me. Happy Friday. I was about to do a remix. I'm not going to do the remix. Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. It's good to be here one more day. Not under the circumstances with the tragedy with the crash, but it really humbled you to make you think about how short life is, how valuable it is. Before I go any further into this segment, because a lot of people are having their own discussions about their relationship, I want to take it a little further. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Attic Virtual Open Mic returns. We are back. I got a couple new faces popping up for the stream tonight, some familiar ones. Some of them you might be familiar with, some of them you might not be familiar with. As the year progresses, I hope and pray to bring more people up here. I want y'all to see more poets. I want to see more singers. I want to see more artists. I want to see more creatives showcasing their skills this year. I don't care about nothing else. I want to see more love and more support towards these people, man, because there's a lot of folks out here, man, that are hella dope, and they don't get the recognition or the love that they deserve. So this is the last open mic for this year. Well, this month, I should say. We'll be back at it next month. So if you know anybody who's interested or wants to join, hit me up. Let me know. Email me, reach me on IG, Twitter, wherever, and we'll set something up. Also, I got a one-on-one tomorrow with one of my Twitter folks, man. Stay tuned for that. This is the first time me and bro locked in on anything outside of just liking and reposting on Twitter. And I've known bro for some years now, so it's going to be dope to actually get to lock in with somebody from over there. This will probably be the first. Yeah, this will be the first person that I've had a one-on-one interview with from Twitter X. So this is gonna be dope. I keep talking about this Cryptic Creed Paranormal. I'm gonna get that done, man. I promise I'm gonna get it done. I just be all over the place, distracted, working, trying to make things happen, networking, talking to people, writing. This is just a lot. So I'm sorry for the delay for those who are interested in that. It's on the way though. It's on the way. While we are here, let's go ahead and talk about that. Last year, the buzz was around a marriage that had abruptly came to a conclusion. Men and women from every social media app had something to say about it, including myself. There's not been one site that did not have an opinion on it. Not one. And was one of the reasons why I feel so strongly about keeping your relationships private. It's not out of disrespect to your partner or to yourself. It's because putting everything on the internet is not safe. Putting everything on the internet is not for the internet. Not every soul on social media needs to know where you're going, where you're going to eat, how many children you have, what their eye color is. Everybody don't need to know what you did for Valentine's Day and this. Keep your personal shit to yourself. You can take a picture here and there. That's cool. There's certain things that shouldn't be for the entire world to see. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. Some stuff should just be private. You hold if you don't treat it like there's value, then why would anybody else? By putting everything out here for everyone to examine and put under a microscope, you are putting your life in the hands of people who speak wickedly out of their mouth. There's folks that are jealous, that want your life, but they don't know how to get it. You got people who practice witchcraft and sorcery. You got people who foolishly just say the most dumbest shit out their mouth regardless. And you know there's life and death in the tongue. So while you're displaying your lavish lifestyle, how happy you are, and all of the fancy trips, there's people on the opposite end of the camera, on the opposite end of the phone or the device, and they're murmuring just insidious, dark, vile, vicious things in your direction. They're putting it out into the atmosphere, giving the enemy power to feed off of the hatred that is coming and festering in their soul. Y'all ain't ready to hear that though. See, I'm going to take this a different way, because I've heard a number of ladies and gentlemen talk about this. The sole portion of everyone's argument is he shouldn't take her back. He will be a fool to go back to that. She's finding out the hard way that the grass isn't greener on the other side. She wanted to go out here and bust it open. She wanted to explore. She wanted to see if there was other penis out here that could do something for her that her first love couldn't do for her. And she's learning the hard way that the dating in 2024, 25, and going forward has gone to absolute shit. No one has morals, qualities, or characteristics of anyone that's really upright whatsoever anymore. That ship it hasn't sailed, but is on the boat, and it's drifting off to sea. So everyone's main argument or basis of discussion is essentially around how for the last year, maybe longer, all she's done is hint at the fact that things didn't work out. She graduated. She elevated to a whole entirely different level of womanhood, which I absolutely think is ridiculous. I don't know how you graduate from marriage. I thought marriage was the graduation. I thought there's the dating phase, then there's the courting, the in-betweens, the vetting, getting to know the person, trying to figure out if this is someone that you can deal with and tolerate beyond just sex. And the ultimate goal is marriage. The ultimate goal is to find your person. That's what I thought. So when she says she graduated, I ain't gonna lie to you, I laughed. And I laughed very, very hard at how ridiculous that sounded. Because, and matter of fact, hold that. I'm gonna come back to that. I want to finish what I was saying about keeping your business private. Some stuff just should never reach the surface of social media. And this is why, because of the dumb crap that she said out of her mouth. Nobody should know about what's going on in your household. If you have respect for him and you loved him and he was the leader and the provider and he was doing everything that scripturally he was obligated to do and he chose to do, if he was doing everything that he was supposed to be doing, even if you didn't feel like it was 1000% to your standards, if you had any ounce of love, respect for that man, none of your business would be leaked out on the internet. I don't give a fuck if you got a confidant, a best friend, someone that you confide all of your darkest secrets into. I don't care if you know the tooth fairy. Your business should not go like if I don't care if I had hatred towards a single. Well, let me say this. If I fell out with you, disagreements, cheating, infidelity, whatever. I don't care how bad it was, because at some point we actually were cool. We were happy. And I think it's real like corny when a person wants to downplay another after you spent X amount of time with them. You were literally sleeping with them. You had children with them. You spent majority of your adulthood with them. You went through ups and downs with these people. And then for you to then have a disagreement, a fallout, a separation, that's fine. But to go through all of that, you spent 10, 20, 15 years, 10 years of your life with somebody, then you want to go to the internet, or you want to go to your friends and your family, and you want to talk shit about the person that you voluntarily stayed with for all that time. That don't make sense to me. Yeah, people change, but don't sit up here in front like you didn't care about them at one point, like you ain't loved them at one point, unless you just never did at all. Um, I I'm trying to understand. I guess I'm different because as much as I've broken people's hearts and I've been in that position in reverse, I would never come to the internet to put all of that out there. What's the point? Don't nobody give two shits about what happened in my personal life. I don't care what happened in their personal life. The fact that you brought it up here for scrutiny, it amazes me. Either you're thirsty for attention, your name isn't as relevant as it used to be, and you're trying to get back in the circulation, and this is the best way for you to get your options open to see if there's men out here that might be interested in checking for you. I don't know. But see, the enemy is real. Satan knows how to destroy even something that is good. To this day, we don't know what happened. We'll never know exactly what happened. Tia, Corey got divorced. They spent he spent the majority of his time not saying shit. He wasn't going to talk about it. He had no words for it. She got on the internet and spent majority of her 304. I'm in my whole phase. She spent majority of her time just doing TikToks, reels, talking about dating, how dating sucks, doing a show, etc., 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 blah blah blah. She did all the work. See, men don't gossip. Real men don't gossip. Real men, we don't need to give you control or power. If we fall out with you and we cut ties with you, we just cut ties with you. Fuck you. We don't need to speak on you. There's no need. It's not worth it. And we sure as hell not going to the internet to air out your dirty laundry and all our dirty laundry so more people can chime in and give their opinions on shit they don't know nothing about. We're not doing all of that. The only people who do stuff like that is folks who want attention. You're just crying out for help. Tia Mowry, they used to be really famous, known for Sister Sister. We get it, you're a twin. You were lovable, blah blah blah. I know. But you spent majority of your time outside of this marriage promoting divorce. You're telling women basically that getting a divorce was pretty much a promotion. You weren't really advocating for accountability whatsoever. You know what I don't like about women like her? Even though it takes two people to fall out, it always ends up falling on one person. You rarely ever hear a woman take account for her part in the destabilization of the relationship. She spent majority of her social media run essentially promoting, advertising, and pushing a propaganda that is absolutely trash. I really feel slighted to a certain extent because honestly, you can tell that this bothered him more than it bothered her. You know how I know it bothered him more than it bothered her? Because he was quiet. He didn't say shit. He wasn't talking about nothing. Anything that was related to him and her, it stayed to him. She did all the heavy lifting, all the talking. She went on all the talk shows. She was literally going out of her way to make it perfectly clear that she felt like she didn't have enough experience with the world. You wanted so badly to partake of everything that is going on outside of your household. You were so curious to know what it would be like to experience other men, other cultures, what it would be like to be outside of your typical routine. That you had to drum up some excuse or some reason to step out so you wouldn't feel bad for stepping out. But the interesting thing is, we don't even know what happened here. We don't know if he was whooping her or she cheated and then he just ain't say nothing because he just got too much integrity. We don't know if he cheated. We don't know nothing. We only know what they just kind of put out there for us to just kind of play around with, like dangling a carrot in front of a rabbit. You shouldn't have said shit. You should have just kept that to yourself. We didn't need to know that y'all wasn't happy. We didn't need to know that y'all was getting divorced. We didn't need to know Nothing. You could have did everything that you're doing now in private. He didn't say a word. You're speaking about this at every opportunity. Guarantee you, if someone else was to ask her to come on a show and talk about this shit, she would. You want that attention. That's just my humble opinion. So the people are having a conversation about should they reconcile? Should they call it amends? Should he just forgive and forget and just move on and act as if nothing happened? Interesting question. Have you ever been married before? Married with children? Have you ever been betrayed or backstabbed? And then have someone go on a social media run, basically kind of tearing you down every chance you get? Do you know what it feels like to hold all of your feelings in while the other person is going out of their way to try to make you look like a piece of shit and ruin you at every chance they possibly can? You spend 10, 15, 20 years with this person. That's supposed to be your everything right there. And they just fuck. He ain't this, he ain't that, he ain't this, he ain't that, he ain't this. I graduated. I feel like this was a curriculum, and I feel like I passed and I did better. And now that I have emancipated myself from the issue that was in which was an unhealthy one that pretty much ran its course, I look at this as if now that I have been liberated, I can do the things that made me me again. I feel like I am myself again. I'm better. I am happier. I can dance. I can do TikToks. Uh, who cares if my children are affected by this? Ooh, no one. I need to feel that I am supported and that my needs are met and that I am happy one way or another. But we never really considered the guy in the equation. Never. We never considered the feelings or the strife and the amount of pressure that the men are put under when they have to deal with insufferable yapping, combativeness, someone who is constantly fighting with you instead of for you. Like you, that shit is crazy to me, bro. Absolutely crazy to me.
Shut up, bitch.
Should they get back together? Should he reunite with Tia Mowry? I don't know what they did. What they should have done, if they did do it, they should have gone to counseling. They should have figured it out in counseling, stayed away from the internet, stayed off of the internets, had a professional, right, evaluate their circumstances. Even though I think marriage counseling is bullshit. I think marriage counseling only benefits women but that's just my opinion. Someone proved me wrong statistically, but they should have gone to counseling. Allow Corey to express himself the way he needs to. Remain silent, woman. Allow him to say what he needs to say. If he's unhappy, if he's not feeling appreciated, and his needs aren't being met in this marriage, let him speak his piece. Let him say whatever it is he needs to see, because we already know the woman is going to say everything. She's going to talk and talk and talk and talk. Y'all talk for hours. You'll talk for hours and don't say shit. Let him get his bars off. Let him say whatever the hell he needs to say about the problem, and then you listen. You don't respond to respond. You respond in understanding that even though you agree it doesn't make a difference. The point is, the shit that he's saying out his mouth, he's saying it because there's a reason for it. Just like there's a reason why you're angry and why you're bitter and why you ain't trying to give up no cheeks and why you holding out. You ain't cooking, you ain't dressing up no more. You getting one-dimensional, you getting argumentative, your body gestures are changing. You ain't acting like you used to act when we first came into this agreement to say I do. You changed, he changed. What's up? Talk about it. Have it out. Air all of it out. Put all like you got divorced. So was it under was the divorce under the understanding that it was that extreme? Because we know, like, people be getting divorced for the most ridiculous shit in the world. A lot of y'all be getting divorced because you're bored. A lot of you get divorced because you're bored. You tired of routine. You want change. You want the switch up. You want something to do like this up and down. Was your divorce legitimate? Was there a real reason? Let's start there, Miss Mowry. Because according to the information that's been put out here, he didn't want the divorce at all. He never wanted it. This wasn't his idea. But statistics don't lie, right? Most divorces are initiated by women. And I'm trying to paint a picture here, because I've heard people say, you know, he should go back to her. He should suck up his pride and that his ego. They're saying he has an ego and that if he's not going to go back to her, then somehow, some way, it's out of spite. He's being spiteful. The fuck you mean he's being spiteful? So let me get this straight. He's a man if he allows his high school sweetheart, who he's been with, who he took virginity, who he had all his children with. She didn't touch nobody before him. He is supposed to take back a woman who decided that her curiosity meant more to her than the stability of her household.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Call it naivety. Call it immaturity, which is ironic, seeing as how we always claim that women mature faster than men, but in this case, I will absolutely disagree. This was handled poorly. This was handled very distasteful. And if she really, truly felt that her children were in danger, if her life was in danger, if he had done something that was so irreparable that she had to go through the process, that's one thing. That's not what I'm getting here. That's not what anyone is getting. That's not the impression that has been left on the thousands and thousands of men and women all across the world who are intently looking at them to see just how this is going to play out. She never gave you any indication that he was a woman beater or he was a cheater. All she said basically was they outgrew each other. You know how people they politicize their answers and responses, so it doesn't really give you anything, but it gives you enough to shut the hell up. That's all she has really done. But through all of her word salad and all of her blah blah, all she really said to me was she was bored. She got tired of being there. And so she stepped out. Now, you know damn well if it was way more severe than that, she would have said something. Absolutely would have said something. Drama, controversy, people love to hear hurt and pain. People want to know that you got your eye black. People want to know that you got shot in your foot. People really be behind that goofy stuff. This didn't come off like that. Had she handled this the same way that he handled it, which was basically don't talk about it, just if you're gonna tell people we getting divorced, that's all you got to say. You don't need to go into details. You don't need to go on a campaign. You sitting up here trying to talk to Donald Trump and Sexy Red, and you want to be on all of these podcasts and all these different shows, basically getting ahead of what's going to come your way. You know people are going to try to dissect it. You know people are going to try to give their own opinions and their own views on your marriage, what marriage is supposed to look like, what not to do and what to do, woman this, man that. You know that's coming. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that to your kids? Why would you put them in that? I don't understand. What I respect about him is he knows how the internet is. The internet is full of trolls, perverts, incels. The internet is full of people who just are looking to argue about something. They just waiting for a reason to be angry or to say they hate a woman. There's dudes right now that's just waiting to crash out over a woman because the woman did them dirty or whatever. There's women right now that just waiting to say, I told you men ain't shit. I told you. There's men and women out here that spend all day every day, just in circulation, waiting to pounce on some men hating bullshit all day. And you give them ammunition, Miss Maury. You give them a reason to continue to feed off of this idea that marriage is not worth it. You give them more ammunition and more reason to say, damn, maybe dating is not really where it's at. It just seems like most of these women are just like her. That's exactly what you're doing. The minute you get on the camera and you open your mouth, you're effectively influencing other people to move like you, think like you, talk like you. It's an echo chamber of repetitive BS that needs to be immediately flushed and disposed of properly, like it's a hazard. But see, your boy was a little smarter. Yeah, he was a lot smarter. See, he knows how the internet is. Who means so? Look at it like this. You got your brand to worry about, meaning if what she says can convince sponsors, if what she says out her mouth can convince these news articles, these podcasts, these men and women out here that are established in their own careers, basically positioned to help me obtain significant amounts of income through networking. If what she says out of her mouth can convince them that I am somebody that I am not, it's going to be extremely hard for me to come out of this. Men, when they fall at the hands of a red scarlet, when men are lied on, we've seen what happens when men are lied on, false allegations. When you put something on a guy that isn't true, we've seen what happens. It continues to happen every single day. Their last name is destroyed. Their money is destroyed. Their opportunities are destroyed. Their futures are irreparably damaged. The repair is almost impossible. Do you know how hard it is? I did a show not too long ago where a woman admitted that she lied about being essayed by college students. They did time behind her for that shit. Tia Mowry, for you to be your age, you act like a child. Yeah, I said it. You act like a child. You done knowing that you doing this on the internet, that stuff is going to get back to your children. These comment sections don't care about nobody. All that crap that you got documented is forever on the internet. So when someone from their school shows them those comments and those videos of you dressing like you walking the street at 2 a.m. or they see those videos of how you kind of was constantly downplaying their dad, what narratives was created behind what you were doing, you do know that they will remember that. You're adding on unnecessary damage, responsibilities, pressures onto children who had nothing to do with you being bored. You got bored in the marriage and you wanted a divorce because you wanted to see what was out here. And if for whatever reason there is a conversation about you trying to get back with that brother, I'm all for rectifying or healing and forgiveness. Forgiveness lies in everybody. Nobody is perfect. And we all make mistakes and we all make decisions that burn bridges. That doesn't mean forgiveness is not off the table. But I believe this. You cannot care about or love someone and you go on a year campaign slandering, trying to justify, trying to capitalize off of extinguishing a partnership that you gave vows to uphold. And if you terminated the marriage under false reasons, like if you just decided that the marriage needed to end because you just got tired of the routine, you got tired of the same sex, and you got tired of seeing the same face, and you got tired of being in the house, and you got tired of being a housewife, and you got if you got the divorce just because of some goofy shit like that, you don't get no kind of respect for that. I'm sorry. You're older than me. You're older than me. And you still act like you in high school. Don't care how much money you got. I don't care what your position is in this world. You older than me, and you still act like you're a kid. You know damn well how the internet is. You know damn well how society move. Right. Okay. If for whatever reason, I'm gonna be honest, if he take her back, he's a fool. He's an absolute fool. You can be first of all, I disagree with the gentleman who said he would have more power if he took her back. She don't respect you, bro. She lost respect for you. I know that because all it took was her to feel like. Listen to the way these chicks be talking, man. Listen to what they say out their mouth. Watch the actions. Your wife, your girlfriend, your fiance is not going to get on the internet, do TikToks about your love life, sex life, She's not going to get on the internet and try to humiliate you. She's not going to do interviews trying to humiliate you. She's not going to put her body on the internet trying to humiliate you. Too much is at stake. The respect is gone. I don't know when. I don't know where. At some point, the respect, it left. And it's not coming back. She's only going to respect you when you move on and you meet somebody who actually appreciates who you are. You keep making your money, worry about your kids, and move on. Going back to somebody who went on a whole rage quit, crying. This woman did a whole TV show, a whole spinoff about her personal life. This man ain't say nothing. Nothing, hardly ever. You got a whole show out here. I never even watched it. I don't need to see it. I know what the show is. The show is about you talking about how you felt like you were in a box. The show is about how you feel like everyone was against you, or how everyone was pressuring you to stay when you weren't happy. The show is about victimizing yourself so that people would feel pity for you and that they would villainize him so that he would look like he was the piece of garbage. That's all it was. I won't be convinced otherwise. You got to go out, have a little fun, have some strippers on you and this that. Don't nobody care about that. The only people that are following that are the women that think like you. They think that when it gets hard, when the challenges come, when the money ain't the way that it used to be, everything is just regular, the routine. They got the same mindset as you. That's your audience. That's your audience, and you want more people. I don't like you for that. I don't have nothing against you. I don't like you for that. Why would you get on the internet and do that to somebody that you opened your legs up to and gave kids to? You gave children to him, all of your children to him. You gave your virginity to him. You gave majority of your adult life to him, but you want us to sit up here and feel bad for you. You gave him your life. And then you want to get up here and then you want to go on him for all of this time trying to campaign and rally other people to be against him, and he ain't said not a damn thing negative about you.
Fuck you.
That man ain't talk about you not doing dishes. He ain't talk about your trash throat. He ain't talk about you being lazy. He ain't talk about you being controlling. He ain't talk about your feet stinking. He ain't talk about all the times you lit up the bathroom and didn't spray. You didn't light a candle. He ain't talk about all the days when you didn't have the makeup on and you was looking like a gremlin. He ain't talk about nothing that was going on in that household. He ain't saying a single word. People wanted him. People were really reaching out to him We want to share your story. We want you to defend yourself. We want this. Come on, we'll pay you. Let's do it. He wasn't saying a single word, but you had all the smoke. You treated him like he was your op. You treated that dude like he was your enemy. Why do people do that? Why do women do that? Why do men do it? They wasn't your enemy when you first met them, but now all of a sudden they're your enemy. Maybe you should have thought about discernment. Maybe you aren't as wise as you thought you were. Yeah. Nah, there's no going back to that, bro. The only way I could see you taking her back is if she publicly apologizes for every single thing that she has said and every single thing that she has done. And even with that, I just can't see it happening. You're not going to convince me that she ain't had sex with nobody after the divorce. I'm not buying it. I don't know if it's been frequent. I don't think she's Lily Phillips. I don't think she's Bonnie Blue. But she's been getting piped down. Nobody's going to convince me that she hasn't. When people say they need a break, when people say they need some time, you know what that means. They already got something waiting for them right now. They just don't want to have a guilty conscience before they go out here and do what they want to do. We not falling for that shit. You done been touched by other people. You've exposed your body. You done slandered. Now, you can forgive somebody and still care about them, but still not have to deal with them intimately or romantically. He can forgive her. He doesn't even give me the impression that he's a vengeful or spiteful person. I don't know him then. So, but he doesn't give me the impression that he harbors any ill intent. Because if it was like that, he would have just spoke out the minute she started talking about she graduated and all that crap. He would have been done blew up on her. But nah, you're not about to. This is how I look at it. So you didn't really legitimately have a reason for us to break up. I wanted us to stay married. You pushed for this. You went out of your way to do this, which tells me that in your mind you had already been planning for this. You just didn't know when. Maybe you did know. Women already know days and weeks ahead of time when and where they're going to do what they're going to do. That shit don't just be sporadic or random. She already had it in her head when the time was going to come. For various reasons, he was trying to fight for it. She didn't. automatically you lost right there, bruh. Because she checked out. Once she check out, it's a wrap. She checked out. She got what she wanted. You gave her what she wanted. She wasn't satisfied with that though. You gave her what she asked for, and then she wanted to add insult to injury on top of it. She just tried to be very political about it. We're not dumb though. So if there's even the indication that there's conversations about reconciliation, the best of luck to them both. Honestly, I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it one bit. But then again, like I said, we don't really know what happened in that house. We don't know who the monsters are. We don't know how deep this well runs. We just know what they put out here, and then as self-proclaimed counselors and analysis experts, we take the footage that is shown to us via social media, and then we give our own depictions on what this could mean and what that could mean, when we really don't know too much of anything other than what is here. Let them figure it out. If he want to go back there, let him go back. If he stays on his 10 and he keep doing what he's doing and he lets her stew in her own misery, so be it. We all got to make our own decisions and live with our own decisions. Treat people better. Be more grateful with who you have in your life, especially if they're doing right by you. Getting bored and using that as an excuse to go out and commit adultery or go out and explore is a cop-out. It's weak. That is not ladylike. That is not how men or women move. This y'all grown, just had a conversation. Get the shit off your chest and go from there. All this secretive crap, y'all gotta stop with that. But nah, let them do them. I wouldn't advise going back though. The same way she left you is the same way she's gonna feel about you when you return. You think she just forgot that she fell out of love with you? Do you think she just forgot that she was bored? Do you think she just forgot that she wanted to explore? She got a taste of the outside world. You were her covering. You were her shield. You protected her from the sicknesses and the diseases and the creepies, and she didn't. You kept her away from the hurt, harm, and dangers, the temptations of lust and all that. But she's partook. And either she's realized that is not what she thought it was, or she got a taste of something that she liked, and there's no going back. You're playing, you would really be playing Russian roulette with somebody like that. So in the back of my head, I'm thinking to myself, damn, I was fighting for this and you didn't want it. Now you're telling me you want it? Where is this coming from? And why should I see? This ain't got nothing to do with pride or ego or nothing. This is about respect. This is about longevity. This is my life you playing with. I can't get these years back. The fuck you think this is? I done already gave you 10. I done already gave you half of it. And you throw it out the window. You discarded this shit. You didn't want those. But you want to come back and then you think that you about to sit up here and waste another year, the older you get, the more you realize your time is valuable. Nobody is trying to be playing around with no grown ass adults. Ain't nobody got time for that. Don't care who you are. No one's trying to give all of this time, money, energy to a person who is wishy-washy and you don't really know where you stand. One day you want to be here, the next day you don't. I tell you what, if this is who you are, double-minded, stay the hell away from me. Pretty much. We don't need you over here. I don't want nothing temporal. You say I do, then that's what it is. There's only but a few reasons why this should happen. She didn't say nothing to me that convinced me that this was worth it. But I digress. Whatever you decide to do, I hope and I pray that both of you grow from this, that you do not make the same decisions that you made prior. Also, Tia Mowry, you are not a representative of women. If you think you are a poor example. The stuff that you said out of your mouth should not have come out of your mouth. You lied. You said way too much up here that was inaccurate. You do not graduate from a marriage. What the hell is that? Crazy, man. Hey, man, look. Tonight, 8 o'clock, the open mic returns. My man pulling up tomorrow. I'm going to be on the celebrities' helmets. I'm going to be on a lot of helmets this weekend. So do me a solid. Make sure you tap in. Those are just my thoughts on it. I don't know if you agree. I don't know if you disagree. Your opinion of this might be different than mine. One thing I know for certain is the enemy infiltrated that household and successfully tore it apart. That's one thing I do know for certain. And if that part has not been fixed, yeah, I don't see no union happening. But again, like, share, subscribe to the channel if you will. I appreciate everybody tuning in with me. I will see you guys later on at 8 o'clock Eastern.